In addressing the second concern, which is the lack of a referencing model for using ChatGPT as a source of information, it's important to understand that this problem is still unsolved. Currently, there are no standard systems for citing ChatGPT or similar AI chatbots in academic papers. However, organizations like the American Psychological Association, APA, and the Modern Language Association, MLA, are actively working to create guidelines for how to cite and use generative AI tools properly. In the spring of 2023, these organizations provided some initial guidance and examples to help point researchers in the right direction. But before we dive into the specifics of what the APA and MLA are doing, let's first understand why we need to reference sources in academic writing. Referencing sources in an academic paper serves several important purposes. First, it allows you to give credit to the original authors or creators of the work you're citing. This acknowledges their contributions and ideas and shows that you've engaged with existing research in your own work. Second, referencing supports your claims and arguments by providing evidence from reputable sources. This adds credibility to your paper, demonstrating that your ideas are well-founded and supported by existing literature. Proper referencing also allows readers to check the accuracy and reliability of your information. By following the references to the original sources, they can make sure your work is trustworthy and based on sound findings. Citing sources also reflects your research skills and your ability to find relevant and reliable information. It shows your understanding of the field and your contribution to the broader academic conversation. Additionally, referencing plays a crucial role in preventing unintentional plagiarism. By correctly attributing the sources you've used, you demonstrate that you've built on existing knowledge instead of presenting it as your own. Furthermore, citing sources helps the academic community by connecting your work to that of others in the field. It encourages an ongoing scholarly discussion and contributes to shaping the future of research. In summary, referencing is a vital part of academic integrity, ensuring that a paper is well researched, credible, and part of the larger academic conversation. In light of this, let's take a closer look at the recommendations from one of the prominent organizations that guide how to cite and reference sources, known as APA. APA offers specific guidelines for including text generated by ChatGPT or similar AI tools in your research paper. According to APA, if you have used ChatGPT or a similar AI tool in your research, you should explain how you used it in the methods section or in a relevant part of your paper. For different types of papers like literature reviews, essays, response papers or reaction papers, they suggest introducing the tool's usage in the paper's introduction. Furthermore, they advise including the prompt you provided to ChatGPT and incorporating the specific text that ChatGPT generated in response. It's important to keep in mind that the results of a ChatGPT chat cannot be accessed by other readers. Normally, in APA-style papers, data or quotations that cannot be retrieved are cited as personal communications. However, ChatGPT-generated text doesn't involve communication with a person. Therefore, when quoting text generated by ChatGPT from a chat session, it's more like sharing the outcome of an algorithm. In such cases, APA suggests giving credit to the author of the algorithm, with a reference list entry and the corresponding in-text citation. They provide the following example as guidance. They also suggest that in an APA-style paper, you have the option to include the full text of lengthy responses from ChatGPT in an appendix or online supplemental materials. They say that ensures that readers can access the precise text that was generated. However, they note that it is crucial to document the exact text, as ChatGPT will produce unique responses in different chat sessions, even with the same prompt. Therefore, they suggest that if you choose to create appendices or supplemental materials, you should remember to reference each of them at least once in the main body of your paper. They give the following example. APA also suggests that when referencing ChatGPT or other AI models and software, you can follow the guidelines provided in section 10.10 of their publication manual. They note that these guidelines are primarily designed for software references and suggest these can be adapted to acknowledge the use of other large language models, algorithms, or similar software. They suggest that reference and in-text citations for ChatGPT should be formatted as follows. Now, let's examine APA's suggestions and critique them based on the fundamental purpose of referencing sources in an academic paper, giving credit, supporting arguments and claims, enabling verification of source accuracy, and demonstrating proper research skills. We can do this by posing questions. When using ChatGPT, is it possible to give credit to the original authors or creators by referencing sources in an academic paper? The answer is no. ChatGPT itself cannot give credit to original authors or creators in an academic paper. As a language model, it lacks the capability to identify or reference external sources. Hence, it becomes the researcher's responsibility to ensure proper attribution of credit to the original authors or creators of the information used in a paper. Is it possible to use ChatGPT to support arguments and claims with evidence by citing reputable sources? The answer is no. ChatGPT can provide responses based on the input it receives, which may include references to information or data. However, ChatGPT generates text based on the patterns it has learned from the data it was trained on and does not have the ability to verify the credibility or reliability of the sources it may refer to. Therefore, researchers should independently verify and cite reputable sources to support their arguments and claims. Is it possible to use ChatGPT to enable verification of the accuracy and reliability of information by providing references to the original sources? No, ChatGPT does not have the capability to provide references to original sources. If information generated by ChatGPT is used in research, it is the researcher's responsibility to find and cite the original sources from which the information is derived. Can ChatGPT be used to demonstrate research skills by properly referencing relevant and reliable sources? The answer is no. As a language model, ChatGPT does not have the ability to demonstrate research skills or properly reference sources. Therefore, the responsibility for conducting thorough research and citing relevant and reliable sources lies with the researcher. Can ChatGPT be used to avoid unintentional plagiarism by citing sources and giving credit where it's due? The answer is no. While ChatGPT may provide responses based on the input it receives, it's not equipped to identify or prevent unintentional plagiarism. Therefore, it is the researcher's responsibility to ensure that they properly cite and give credit to the original sources of information to avoid plagiarism. Can ChatGPT be used to contribute to the academic community by citing existing research and establishing connections between a researcher's work and the work of others in the field? The answer is no. While ChatGPT can provide information based on the input it receives, it is not capable of contributing to the academic community by citing existing research or establishing connections between works. Therefore, researchers should independently conduct literature reviews and cite relevant works to contribute to the academic discourse. To all the questions we asked earlier, the answer is a clear no. While we appreciate APA's efforts to promote academic integrity by suggesting ways to cite ChatGPT, we find their recommendations unsuitable. They merely indicate that ChatGPT was used, which shows the writer's integrity but doesn't offer practical value to the reader. In its current form, we see ChatGPT as similar to Wikipedia, a helpful starting point for research but not a valid research source. Therefore, to ensure research validity, we suggest that researchers cite the sources they've verified, providing valuable information to readers.